everyone. You are listening to the New Evening Isle Conversation series, where we talk to experimental artists and musicians and help them to inspire young people. Today, I'm here with Mr. Cullen Hart, or Will Cullen Hart, depending on what mood he's in.
Call me
He is
Will.
a yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
sure.
Yeah,
Uh,
he is a painter and pop musician from the United States. He was the co-founder of the Elephant Six recording company, as well as the Olivia Tremor Control rock band. And following the dissolution of that band, Hart and several other former members reformed to form the circulatory system. He is also a visual artist as well, and he has created the majority, if not all, of the artwork for the Olivia Tremor Control and circulatory system, as well as other Elephant Six bands, as well as individual pieces. He is also a solo artist who has released several experimental albums, such as Circuits and the Always Red Society. And not to mention, the elephant in the room, I do have a copy of your art book right here.
yes.
And you can find that for sale, and I will link that in the description below at the Elephant Six website. And my favorite of all of these paintings would have to be this one right here that you did with your grandmother.
The one with my grandmother.
Yeah.
My grandmother did that, and I painted on it.
That would have to be my favorite. I like those a lot.
Thank you. That's odd. Didn't thank you. That's a good one. I'm just
Thank you.
saying. Yeah.
So yeah, the first question for you is, what initially draw you to the music scene, to the music industry?
Just growing up with music in the '70s. I mean, as a kid, just it was everywhere. I mean, pop radio. You said pop something about me. I mean, pop
Yeah,
music. Or something.
pop musician.
Kelly, should I just push this thing? Sorry. Got it. This meeting is being recorded. It's okay. Okay. Sorry. So, well, it's mainly that. I mean, just getting into music. It was all around me. My mom and my sister. I lived with him, and then my dad lived in Louisiana. But anyway, he liked music as well. And my mom and dad both were interior deck designers. Sorry, designers. They went to college for that. So that was that was that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I grew up around it, and in both parts, my dad and my mom. And that was awesome.
So it was your family mostly. You grew up around it.
Yeah, I grew up around with art stuff around me all the time. It's really awesome.
Wonderful. So who were you inspired by then, and who are you inspired by now?
Same people. I didn't know Max Ernst then, but Salvador Dali came around too quickly to me, and then that made me find surrealism. Heavily in high school, um, just looking at art books, books that history of painting or something like that. I get to that looks great. That was surrealist stuff. Just really got into that.
Are you now drawn by the works of Dadaism, like Andre Breton and people like that?
Yeah.
Have you been?
Pretty surrealist. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I love that kind of stuff too.
Have you been to the Dali Museum in St. Petersburg, Florida?
No, I haven't. We haven't. Kelly and I went. With the one in Spain, we did do that too.
Oh, really?
But we went to the one in Florida, and then there was a big storm, and it burned. It been all washed away, and so now they've got it back again. But I mean, and they had paintings really the size of, you can't see the size of this room, but I mean, not more than 12 feet. I mean, 20 feet tall and wide. They were fucking incredible. I mean, he was incredible. I mean, how do you do? Well, I mean, we know you got a chair. I mean, stairs, ladders, and did that. That's just incredible. He's so good.
I've been to the one in Florida, and when I look at the hallucinogenic corridor.
Sorry. Oh, yeah. Oh God, I love that one. That's one of his best ones. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, 16 feet tall.
It's incredible. And you see the perception of memory. It's like this tall. Yeah, that's great. I mean, but as a kid, being 17, when I got into this stuff mainly around that. I mean, I liked it before, but that's when I started. That kind of thing, and it just blew my mind. And so, but I didn't think about it. They had dimensions, and I didn't think this one's huge, this one's small. I had no idea. It didn't even occur to me. I just looked at the pictures. I didn't think of how big they were or not at all. I never thought until later. It was just like, holy shit, I had to look at the dimensions. I have to do some math. I'm kidding. you don't know me so much being funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives them so much more life too. You know,
Yeah.
it gives it its purpose of self transcendence, so to speak.
Nice. Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah. So,
Well put.
so yeah, take us a quick guide through your creative process, like writing a song, painting. What does that all boil down to?
Well, a lot of times it's for me. I can just. I like to just. I'll play around. I'll be on guitar. Most recently, the last every year before this, I've been playing a lot more piano kind of things. But because they make me, I don't know how to. I don't understand music. So when I play guitars, I play E, A minor, G, or whatever. It's different on a piano, obviously. But you can pick around on piano. I'll just do. It's this simple: black notes, white notes. Okay, and and I'll make and that's that I come up with a bit, and I'll be like, I'll add lyrics to that, and I do. I write my notebook all the time. So when it gets time to do, I'll think, hey, this might be good for that, and I'll go try lyrics on something. You know, sometimes I'll write a song, like write it, sit down, and feel it, and write it. Not that I don't feel, what I mean, feel it anyway. But I'm saying, you know, um, it's mostly like that. I'll just mess around with something for a while until I come up with something cool. Usually, just a cool chord change or two bits of like that. Cool. I'll do that for like 2 minutes. And I'll be like, I'll add something to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So I could try to act like I understand.
Yeah, I get it. So it sounds like there's a lot of collaboration that goes on into when you make music.
I mean, it helps with the other people throwing a chord change or something. It's like, wow, that makes me want to sing something different. I've been trying on purpose. Like we have a lot of slow songs, so I've been trying to do more fast songs. It's that simple. It's just that, So old songs. Now they're not hyped up that much. I've tried to, just to, like every great band I like, they change with time. And I love that. I mean, the Beatles did that. Of course, the Zombies, anybody, name it, the Beach Boys, the Beatles. Yeah, definitely Beatles guy. I mean, yeah, that was just reading one Beatles books of all the Abbey Road instruments and all the stuff there. It's just, take Speed stuff, slow you down. I didn't realize that they had used the slow it down, play it, and then speed it up. And that was on some songs on Help, the sped up pianos. I did not know that. I mean, they're there, probably. I just don't think about it when I hear the early ones. I'm not looking for those things. I'm going through now.
Thank you very much.
The recording sessions. I don't know. Okay, yeah, you have that one. Yeah, I mean, and whenever that came out, Jeff Mangum, he got it for Christmas. And
what record?
We got the Beatles recording sessions.
Okay.
When it first came out, he got it for Christmas. He's like, I'm not gonna read. He wasn't. I mean, he liked the Beatles, but wasn't into learning about the that. Anyway, so I had a 4-track cassette, or my mom got me one, and I started to do what they did. They're like 1, 2, about 1, 2, 3, and then bounce them to 4. Like so. A guitar, vocal, whatever. Guitar, vocal, drum. Bounce them to the 4th track. I do 1, 2, and add them to 3, and it be 3. That's a lot of tracks. Some of that sounds really good to me. Still want to listen to it, like some of the stuff on Singles and Beyond by Olivia. I don't know if you know that. Singles. Yeah. But like, I'm trying to think about Athena, that song, that Bill's. We tried for years, really, to get it right. And like, we got that book. I was like, oh, okay. Some of the balance. I mean, we were just way recording it too hot and really like poofy, and it just didn't. It was just really, ooh, you know what I mean? Like, it's like you need to take a lot of that crap out of it. So you pull out stuff and you leave what, and I've learned that. So a lot of that mid be taken out until the end, and then you could add stuff back in. So that's what I learned. That's really what was my thing. But we did it on they were doing 4-track reel.
Yeah.
You can consider that.
It's,
It was just a good thing to get and learn new techniques, backward stuff, and it was really fun. Still is fun.
it's wonderful. Is there much is there much meaning behind all your music with all this cubist and dadaist and surrealist influence? Would you say there's
Just
much?
not just interested, just having fun with words and stuff, and what they all mean, but not that much, like
Yeah.
like kind of like the Dadaist cut ups, like what are they, I can't remember what they called it, but where they would cut up stuff, and I love the cut up method. I like that a lot.
Yeah, just cut up writing
Yeah,
and
I
then
mean,
chopping up.
usually, but yeah, I mean, but it can make things really cool and different, and you could maybe we had well, I was walking on the street, and we chop it all to be really cool and different.
Yeah.
I love that.
Straight down the walking or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And describe your average collaborative process. Let's say you're hanging out with the likes of Robert Schneider or Bill Doss or Jeff Mangum. Like what would a day look like when you all compose a song together? Is it exactly how you just described? Just these men from Louisiana having fun.
I mean, it was like I said, one of us maybe come up with a chord change or something, and somebody else would maybe tap on drums, until we got like a riff and a beat behind it, and record that, and then hey, do you want to add something to that, and you add some little like lead or something or some organ, and then when we get to the lyrics, I mean, then Bill would a lot of times he was good at doubling my voice, to thinking because it's 4 tracks, so we had to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and all that. So so it's like I don't know, define transfer dream, and tracks where we're not actually doing the vocals, it's another track where you can hear it in the background. You're like define, tuning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was me acting like you. When Bill was still around. We listened to it. We listened to it. He was like, God, we spelled those vocals up, and then we listened. No, we just sang like that. We just sang like that. You're fine. Not I'd be a jackass, but you're fine. A lot of it, I thought it was slowed down, sped up, but not all of it was. I've realized when I listen back to it. It's like we did that. You could just do that.
Yeah.
You're fine. You get the point. I'll stop.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, brother. And what
brother? Yes, I like that.
Thank you.
I like that Julo song. And Robert too, man. Robert with me. When he did like I don't know, when I lived with him in Denver and whenever it was, but he did marble stuff, go merrily, and he would say, will you just sing with me? Exactly. Yeah, sure. Because he needed that. And I could double his voice pretty good. And he liked that. So I did it on a lot of tracks. I was proud of it. I was very happy. That's fun. He wrote great songs. Yeah, that was pretty good. At the time I was like, that's a pretty good song. Yeah. I wasn't judging him. He was like, that's a pretty fun song. And then like after like 2 more listens, I was, this is a great song. He said, will you sing back? Yeah, I'd love to sing back in.
So a lot of the songs almost come about by accident for you.
Yeah, they do.
It's almost like you're making a non-song, and when you're lucky on a good day, a great song.
That's really what it is, honestly. That's really what it is. Like I said, some days I'm trying, but sometimes you try too hard. It could just be, but I try not to wait around too long. It just goes. You forget about stuff. I found forgotten songs. I remember playing. Bill was still around. I said, remember the song? And it was just, yeah, I do. And it was a great song. I can't find it now. I don't know, but it was fun at the time. I remember it. I re-recorded it or something. Yes.
What at the time? I mean, this is kind of open-ended. Whether it's at the time when you're out there doing on your 4-track in the 80s and 90s, or right now, like assuming whatever you release goes out to fans, is there any desired impression that you would like to leave, that you would either at the time would have liked to leave on them, or anything you would like to leave on them right now?
Oh, like what? That I'm a nice person and I do good music. So you mean?
Yeah, just that simple.
Yeah, I guess yeah, it's that simple. I mean, I'm not, you know, yeah, it's not a big deal to me. I don't care to be, you know, somebody famous or it's not like that. It's just, I love making music, and I hope you buy it. I mean, I do mean that. I'm not, it's a consumer society. And I appreciate it if you do.
Wonderful.
That's
That's
really,
wonderful.
but
Keeping it very simple like that. I love it.
yeah, just try to be real.
That's
Really,
great.
brother. You said brother.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great. I mean, it's fantastic. Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, you seem
And
real. I like that. You
thank
seem
you.
real. It's cool. Yeah.
I mean, I have, as a independent artist myself, we all have those moments where we want to get to where someone else is and then we're not there. So I know that I'm sure you all were there in the 80s and I've been there myself. So, we know what it takes, the sacrifices it takes.
It's true.
Yeah. Tell me about your favorite performance venues throughout your career. What is your
Oh wow, interesting. Well, I don't. Let me think about it. It was fun to play in Amsterdam. In what I don't know what club it was. Can't remember. We played a lot of places. And we played a lot of shows. I wish I knew how many Olivia played. But let me. I'll switch. I'll do switch. Let's switch. Okay. I remember Pete saying, uh, this all happening once to me. To all of us. But we've been. He goes. We've been to England 8 times this year. I was like, what? Are you serious? I mean, it all happened. That's when it happened so quick. We came back here, did shows, they flew us back over. 7 times. I was like, wow. So that blew my mind. It was just a whirlwind. I probably went a couple times. That was fantastic. So some of those shows were great. We played in Leeds. Fucking, it was great. The kids there were like so into early great 60s rock, 65, all that goes. Everybody's dancing, fun. I joined in, it's fun, that kind of thing. But it was kind of, I mean, it's England, the little scene that was specific for like Leeds or Birmingham, Birmingham, or wherever the Beatles were. Liverpool was great.
Yeah.
Actually, Bill got punched in the face in Liverpool. I remember that. Yeah, we had the bus. Yeah, so I was like, I'm not going outside of this the bus thing we had. And it was like he went out and he got punched in the face. To me now.
Just for no reason.
Yeah, that was Liverpool, man. It was rough. It was a rough place. I mean, you knew that about the Beatles. It was a rough place. But really, he just went out, hung out, and said hi to people and stuff. Somebody just ended up punching him in the face. They didn't get in a fight. They didn't talk or anything. Just got fucked off, man. What's your problem?
Carl Young called Liverpool the pool of life. That probably
well, maybe
probably didn't live up to that name from that experience.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but I was like, I remember this.
Sounded like, but also sounded like you had a lot of great memories with your friends in the early days at the 40 Watt Club.
Yeah, well, 40 Watt Club's great. Still great. Yeah.
You still go there?
Yeah. We played the last time we played there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in fact, yeah, we played Opera House last. It was great. He goes, "We're gonna play Opera House." We already played closers. Yeah, of course I do. It's the last thing I played with him. Anyway, that was beautiful. I was like, yeah, of course I do, man. It's beautiful,
Because that's where all of you people played. You all were at 40 Watt
yeah,
during those days.
Yeah, and it's a big club now, but it was really a 40 watt bulb back then up there.
Oh, really?
Small place, yeah. It was just a club, but it was not very big at all. Apparently.
So it was closer to a genuine club.
Stuff, yeah, before. I mean, I didn't realize how Pylon was a major thing that made REM form a band. They were like, "Wow, we love Pylon." So, but Pylon broke up soon after the REM formed a band. But but they didn't. I don't think they ever played 40 Watt. I think they'd already broken up by the time the 40 Watt Bulb Club came about. But not totally sure. I think that and that's. I mean, so this. So what Leotaris for REM before it made the huge 40 Watt Club that you see when you come here, and it's great. I love to play it. It's great.
You still love to play there?
Oh, it's great. It's
That's
huge.
Wonderful.
It's really overly huge and stupid. It's great. You know what I mean? Like
and it wasn't like that in the 90s.
It was like that in the 90s, yeah. It was like
Okay.
in the late 80s. It wasn't. Yeah, I
Okay.
think 89, maybe I think when I moved here, it was like 89, 91, 89 to 91, something like that. I moved back and forth with it. Anyway, somewhere in there. When I first came, there was already a huge club there. That's what I
Okay.
thought. That's what I thought 40 White Club was. There were no, it was that place down the street, like 2 blocks down. It's like a liquor, not a liquor, like a sorry, you know, I don't know, some sort of apparel store or something, just, but it was that small. So, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So 30 people join, 30 people watch you play, 40 Watt clubs.
And
40 Watt bulbs makes sense. That if you haven't been to 40 Watt club, there's a huge painting in the back picture in the background. It's like a big bulb.
yeah, yeah, all the
Yeah.
footage.
Yeah.
All the footage. And my personal favorite song from the circulatory system is the very last song called Forever. Um, Tell us, and I remember I would watch the Elephant Six Holiday Surprise Tour, and all of you would gather together to sing that song, and it's a really moving experience just to even see it on video.
Yeah, Jeff
Um,
just did it one day. He just sang it.
did he do the studio version?
No, that was just me, but he liked it. It was like, it was sweet. He's like, oh, no, it's really cool. It's like, Jeff's like that. I mean, he won't say. He just did it. It was like, wow, thank you. That's really cool of you. I mean, look, we didn't talk about what it meant or any of that. He knew. We both knew. We did each other's eyes, and I knew. So I knew he knew. Yeah.
And so tell us about that song. Tell us about the inspiration behind it and what it means.
Well, I'll be honest. I was turning 30, and I wasn't very good at having conversations with people. It was hard, So should I did some ecstasy anyway. That's not the deal. It kind of is though. It helped me reach the place where I could be, cooler with people, or more open. And so
Yeah.
that and everything on there that's it is true, to be honest. And so I already said this. Never mind. Still, that all that shit came out of that. All the songs, I mean,
It all came.
I really reached inside instead of the other way I'd written whatever it was. I can't judge your own thing. I guess you can, but I can't like that, So it was like that was just it popped out like everything else during that period of time.
Just came out one night or one day.
Yeah,
in one sitting.
Yeah, actually, so I remember it.
Wow.
Yeah, I lived kind of alone here. Kelly was with me, and I should, yeah. I mean, I'm pointing upstairs. I lived still upstairs, but a lot of that stuff I'd like to. Yeah, I had my guitar. I plug it into my amp, and I was super minimal then, So I just plug it in the amp lightly. You just gotta play along and just make stuff up, and it was nice. I wrote a lot of those songs that way. Like you thought you never lived to find. That's one that Joy. All those songs were like reaching in more, like which was kind of strange for me. I thought, but
amazing.
Well, like the record, so that makes me happy. I felt like they didn't. I guess I don't know. It's whatever. I'm silly at the time, but
yeah, but just the performance of you all.
It's kind of different, I think.
Yeah, and just the performance of you all singing it live at the Holiday Surprise Tour is just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, something Jeff. I was like, he blew me away. Man, thank you. That's awesome. So that was always the thing. Cool. We didn't have to say it. That's really cool of you. So he knew that. I didn't even say that. I'm saying you, because I'm telling you, so we're 14. It's like we're there. It's beautiful. Yeah. I mean, it's the kind of thing. You got a good friend. You could look at him like, I'm just you see my eyes. I mean, it's like this. He looks at you like bad idea, whatever it might be. I mean,
yeah.
Like look at you like fucking up, or beautiful, or by just looking at the person. That's beautiful. That's the realness, I think. I'm not saying there was no animosity. Just being that was an example.
Yeah, yeah. I
Record of
totally
you,
understand it.
my eyes, hey, excited, you get it.
Yeah, I totally get it, man.
Yeah, sorry.
No, no, no apologies, brother. Um, what? So, what did get you excited? What about surrealism and all that stuff that was very outsider and brute to people, to young people back in the day, and still is pretty outsider for young people now? What got you so excited about surrealism and Dadaism and this automatic writing and stuff like that?
Well, I started to read stuff after a while. I mean, to find more books on it. I'm not sure. I just loved it. I mean, I just thought it was interesting. Melting clock and all that stuff. It was just the most interesting thing to me. My family had art books. I mean, the history of art and all kind. That's what they had their own thing too. They had whatever.
So, any
Vincent Van Gogh. They had books on single artists, but I had I was just looking through those that were Dada into surrealism and stuff. It was just really interesting to me, rather than I like it all really in a way. I really do. It's easy. Everybody says that, but I like all kinds of music. Yeah, but there's good country and there's shit country.
yeah, I know that better than anybody.
It's just true. It's to me. It's just a matter of opinion. You see this guy? Hey,
I do. I do a little bit.
Yeah.
And what literary poets did you really like? I mean, I know there's the like of Burroughs, William Burroughs, and
I mean,
anyone else?
I've read somewhat, but I haven't really read that. I swear. I like some of it. I mean, I've read Howell, but that stuff. But I just didn't. After a while, I don't know. I just started. I didn't read that much, to be honest. I really haven't, honestly, read that much. I really haven't, to be honest. I mean, I could pretend to be. I'm not. I'm just not. Very literary. I mean, I mean, I've read the greats. This is a joke, kind of. I can't. I couldn't think of anything good. I was trying to think of classic books or something. Old Man of the Sea.
Yeah.
Arrested Development, The Young Man on the Beach. You know what I'm talking about? You say Arrested
Yeah.
Development, The Young Man on the Beach. I like comedy, and I've always liked comedy too. But but it's also I think that makes a person real or something. To me, it's like aware of the silly hat and shit. But it's like, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm real and I smile. I'm a cool person, and it's I'm not trying to be anything. It's just I enjoy life. You probably saw me with a silly hat on, or whatever.
Yeah.
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 But I mean, for him to sing that, it was great. That's I don't know. It's hard for me to.
I totally get it. Do you have any hobbies or interests outside of music and art?
Oh, not really. Honestly.
That's where you live. That's where you live and breathe for.
I mean, Kelly, what do you mean? What do I live and breathe for?
Yeah, the music and art.
Breathe.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, I mean, kind of. Oh, I have MS. I don't know if you. I have MS and it's not with nerve pain and stuff like that. So you know, that helps me a lot to smoke some weed. Grinch, which it became the Grinch in the 80s or 90s. It was Robert mishearing something as Grinch, so we call it Grinch. It's fun.
That's great. Do
Yeah.
you have a single?
Do
you have a single favorite instrument?
Well, now it's piano. I want to play piano so bad. I mean, I want to get like a fake piano thing. Yeah, I mean, it's versatile. I mean, it's really, really cool. I mean, Mellotron, of course, that kind of stuff. I love. I don't have a favorite though. I really don't.
Do you have a favorite guitar tuning?
I don't know. I just tune. I just do it randomly. I don't know. I really don't know.
So even down to the tuning, it's very takes a surrealist approach to it.
Oh, dude, but open. It might break.
Very sudden interval changes.
Yeah, you probably understand. Yeah,
I totally get it. I totally understand. Yeah, so you take a surrealist approach.
You play like a D chord, or and it sounds like wow, I could do that, and it sounds. So when I play D up here, it's might work. It sounds different. Well, it's like the recording, the Beatles recording at different speeds. Doing piano at slow speeds. Sort of magical sounding thing. It sounds like revolvers.
What is do you have a personal favorite performance of your career?
Let's see. You mean like live or on the record?
Live.
Live. No, like not that I can think of. I really can't right now. I'm sorry. It's
No, it's okay.
I mean no.
I would have to go with the Elephant Six Holiday Surprise Tour when
Thank you.
all,
That
all
was
of you are all of you are there together, and Julian is there, and Jeff
yeah,
and Robert, and all of them are there, and
happy. Yeah, very we still are, But yeah, we're happy as to
yeah, it must have been very electrifying being with all of them
it
doing
was
that
really fun.
song.
It's still super fun. It was everybody took a car. I mean, everybody took different cars. It was it was hard to deal with, but it was great. We blast.
Do you have
Yeah.
a Do you have any advice for aspiring songwriters? And
Maybe let me think about it. Really. Well, I mean, all the things I've said already. I think, like just pick a few chords and put it down on a tape recorder. If you could get a tape recorder, 4-track cassette or something, or even on your computer. You know, double it maybe. And just try to come up with some melodies. That's what I mean. That's the only advice I can give, I guess. Really, it's like
yeah,
that's the way I come up with something. It's true. I don't think there's a special way, to do it. I think it's just trying. Yeah, I mean, I remember, yeah, like I can pick a song or something. Think about it. Like Jacqueline, 1906. It sat around for a year probably before I came up with lyrics. We had this cool rock track, to me. It's like one day I was like, hey, this will fit with this. And suddenly it was that song. And so it's been a song since then, you know. Does that make sense?
yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. Yeah. So I still have backing tracks, not that many from back then, like a two. Bill and I would call link tracks, So it's like, we use them for a minute so we can fade it in and fade it out or something. Make sense?
Yes,
Okay.
100%. Very simple approach. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, and on days that you're not feeling it, just do something.
Yeah. So just pick
Something.
up your instrument.
Yeah, just do something. Yeah, yeah. Seriously, I mean, well, if you've ever tape recorded, I'm into the tape recorder thing. Just
Yeah. Analog or digital,
I
or is it
don't
still analog?
either way. I don't
Doesn't
digital.
matter.
Digital was great these days. I mean, yeah. Well, I do like to use a cassette recorder for me. It's simple, easy to use, and I know how to use it and all that. So, you know, reel to reel is a lot harder to use comparatively.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
yeah. But I love that you can woggle you can play around with woggling, slow it down, speed it up, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's much easier to do than to do the real tape off.
So I heard you're working on a new album right now, a new circulatory system record. So tell us about that. What's inspired you to make a new record this time around?
Well, I mean, I love to make music. That's it. That's simple. It truly. Um, I got a Mellotron pedal. But yeah, okay. It's incredible. I haven't used it well enough. I haven't used it enough or well enough. Barely used it on tape, really. So working with that kind of thing. Um, I'm thinking about like, you know, um, like the Zombies or something. Their fucking vocals are so good, and they're so pure and stuff. And I wondered, like, the Mellotron has got Mid's voice, maybe use that and sing with it, like and just put them in there so you wouldn't really notice, but it will fill out the sound like, I'm singing. So some of that maybe, so different techniques, or, that kind of thing. But I want to get me a keyboard thing you can plug in, or fake piano that sounds like a real piano kind of thing.
Yeah.
Excited about that. Get that soon, hopefully.
Gotcha.
Funny.
All right. We're just approaching our 40-minute limit, and we
Cool.
will be right back right after the break. See you then.
Cool.
All right, we are back with W. Cullen Hart, and so the next question is, which is there any desired artistic or musical collaborations you would like to see happen in the near future?
Yeah, I'd like to do something with Robert again. Truly. Do you mean like other people?
Yeah,
David Byrne or something? Talking head, sorry. No, I never thought about it actually. I really, I want to say something. I would just be making it up. I don't, you know, you know what I'm saying.
again,
I would just be dumb.
what, what's the what's the saddest song you've ever heard?
I've ever heard.
Yeah,
Wow. Um, actually, yeah. When I was watching something, let me think of it. It's an old this song from the '40s. You know it. I can't. Yeah, it's a famous song. Yeah, hold on.
from a 1940s movie.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's not from a movie. It's just an old song. And the woman sang it, and she didn't know what it meant at the time. And she was like, "Wow, it's about slavery." You know, she's a black woman. And I was like, "Holy shit!" I'll think of it. We'll keep talking. I'll go, "Oh, who's this?" Sorry, I'll come up with
All right, whenever it comes to you, just blurt it out, okay?
it. Yeah.
Okay. And here's a totally non-surrealist questions. If you were an instrument, if you were any musical instrument, what do you think you would be and why? What is your musical manifestation?
Piano or no, harp, but piano actually, because
Piano,
ringing out. I love that. Yeah,
the
yeah,
sustain.
yeah. The sustain for sure.
Yeah.
Any options? You could flatten it. Bing, bing, harp, sustain, sustain.
And here's a question I'm excited to ask you is you have a very colorful mind. You make all these paintings and you have all this really transcendent music that talks about stars and prehistory and surrealism in the universe and green typewriters. So, do you ever feel creatively limited despite all those ideas, like whether it's materials you have to record or play with, or even just writer's block? Do you ever feel that way?
Not that often, actually. To be honest, I really don't. I'll put it down and do something else, and I'll go paint or make music or watch TV. I mean, really, it's like I used to not watch TV stuff at all. It was just about music, and that's cool. I made a bunch of music, but now I like to have breaks, so then I come back to it after. So I'll do something numerous of those things. Numerous, what any number of things.
Got it.
I was like numerous.
That happens to me too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time. It's happened to me several times already, as you know. Do you feel that? Do you feel that you chose your passion, or did your passion choose you?
It shows me. I think, yeah,
Despite, yeah,
yeah.
and
Despite,
you also dealt a good hand with all these art books you said you had, and
yeah,
your family was.
all around me. Yeah, family was in on it. They were in on it. Some plot. I'm sorry. It's just funny when I said they're in on it.
Do
So
you
it's not a plot, but they were. Both of my parents were really cool.
do you feel that is there an external place, um, anywhere where you personally feel the most creative? Any garden or any town or anything like that?
Our room in this house, actually. See, see where it is. Okay, I was about to say. So yeah, I mean, in the house, actually, honestly, I've lived here for 25 years now.
Wow.
I know I wouldn't think that either, but it's. I mean, yeah, wow, that's like I was like, really? Well, yeah, really. I have to think of it. Yeah, yeah. Yes. And so, and Kelly moved here in 2000, so I lived here years before that. So
Is there any city you'd like? Is there any other city um, you'd like to see have an artistic vision, or are you content with Athens? Or
I love Denver. I really do. It's great. But I wanted to move back here because we first before all this happened, before things became a thing that worked, Um, but I love Denver. It's great. I love the cold. especially now I've been there, so I get really hot. Like, you can already see my face all red. I just get hot all the time. Anyway, it's the whole thing. Not trying to bring up that but it pretty came up. So yeah. So I like cold weather more than hot weather.
Doesn't help with all the human activity. It gets hotter every year now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
jackets are going to be a thing of the past pretty soon.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Do you have a name for your new album?
No. Well, hold on. What am I saying? Okay. We're finishing this single LP, and then there's a double on its way after that. We like to do double albums, sprawling and different things. So far this next one's called hold on, give me a second. Chapter Chirp.
Chapter Chirp.
Chirp. Yeah.
Wonderful. I like it.
Yeah. Thanks. It's some lyrics in one of the songs. And I like it. Chapter Chirp. Maybe I'll draw a little bird for it. I'm not sure to go with the cartoon bird thing, or that's I don't know. I like my little.
When is Chapter Chirp coming out?
Next year, probably. I mean, it's still supposed to be done. Yeah, it's pretty much done, but it'll take a while to get it mastered, the whole deal. So it'll be next year.
So you don't have any animosity towards digital recording equipment?
I don't anymore. It used to be kind of crappy to me. I mean, it didn't sound that good, 20 years ago.
Well,
no, it sounds bad. It really sounds good to me now. I can't really tell the difference. Like I could, but I'm not that. I'm not that technical. I'm that technical. I can't say I want more this K and the highs. I can't do that anymore. I could at one point, maybe, but it's. I'm trying to get back into that because I want to be able to say, can I get if somebody else says I need more 2K, pull it down, this and that. But besides that, man, digital sounds really good.
So you'd be just as happy with a Tascam recorder or a
digital recorders in? Yeah, I've got cassette and that. And, I record on the computer sometimes.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And then lastly, this is the biggest question of all: is how do we get young people inspired and excited about experimental and avant-garde art and music? What would your say be in that on how we get young people inspired about this kind of projects?
Maybe through pop music that has interesting noises and things for them to really, you know what I mean? Like to get into songs and then get into what are these noises around it and stuff like that. That's what I got into the noises, as a kid, I remember sounds that were on songs. So, that was how are they doing that? And I was like, I don't know. We're talking like 1977 or 9 or something. I don't know. But she knew I was so into it. And so does that make any sense? Like, so
yeah, perfect sense.
I guess just that kind of thing. Just
so take things that are typical and then work them in little ways.
Yeah, I mean, but there's some people who like to hear noises and stuff. I see what you mean, though. It's like, how do we get into it? I don't know.
But practically, that'd be your best. You think that'd be your best shot is to take?
Yeah, is to utilize it in song and stuff.
Or even visually, like we could take like a picture of a dog, and then we could maybe like you do in your paintings with your grandmother, like you take a barn or a dog, and then you add these little scraps in there.
Yeah, little texture. I see there's like a little that thing, that painting you like, that green thing. This thing just kind of flew by. Like some passing color or something. Passing. Imagine it being bubbly or not bubbly, but like how would you, if you touch it, it'd be like gelatinous or something. It's like that kind of thing. But it's glowing, I imagine.
Yeah. All right. Well, that about wraps everything up. And
that was really fun.
Thank you. It was really wonderful talking to you. You were a joy, and I pray I'm going to do whatever I can to get as many people as possible to listen to your music. And I heavily encourage everyone to go buy his book on elephant6.com, their official website. And thank you so much for doing this, Will. It was wonderful.
That's so cool. I really appreciate it.
All right. Have a beautiful day, okay?
You too.
All right. Goodbye, brother.
Good evening.